All right, guys, this is Kyle Carroll from Carroll's Corner MMA podcast, and we're joined by Darragh Gilroy from Ireland, who's fighting on this Friday at MSG on the FDNY boxing fight card, the International Battle of Badges 3. Darragh, how you doing?
Good down yourself.
I'm doing fantastic. A pleasure to have you on here. Um,
Yeah, thanks for having me.
you're fighting a guy you already fought before. In your last fight, you fought Sean Dillon at Thriller and Camilla on Long Island, and you won by unanimous decision. What did you learn about the style in those rounds that you fought him that you can exploit in your training camp and that you could, utilize in this fight Friday night?
Yeah, look, we learned Sean's fit. He's good. See, he's a great boxer. Like, we're not gonna. It's not. Nothing's gonna be easy. Like, I'm from hearing his interviews and stuff. He's hungry for it. So, look, we're looking forward to a great scrap this Friday.
The officials in your last bout noted your high punch output as was the deciding factor. Do you plan on pushing the same relentless pace early at MSG, or are you looking for a more patient pace this time?
Yeah, look, we kind of gauge it on the night as well. But I think like they're 2 minute rounds, so the volume has to come up for 2 minutes as opposed to kind of three what we'd be used to. So yeah, definitely there has to be a good punch volume to come out. And I know Sean said as well that he's looking up the punch volumes. Could be fireworks in Madison Square Garden on Friday night, in fairness.
Absolutely, and I think everyone's excited for this bout. Sean Dillon is known as one of the FDNY's best, and he's got the height advantage. And how do you adjust your footwork to ensure you can get inside his reach effectively on the bigger stage at the Garden?
Yeah, look, yeah, footwork is one thing, but if you just got to close the range a bit better, get the head offline and establish the jab, even if he does have that bit of a reach. But no, look, like, he used to fighting people taller than me, so I'm not too worried about the height advantage.
Even though you've beaten him, Sean, before, you're now fighting him in his home city in Madison Square Garden. How does the away atmosphere affect your mental preparation?
Yeah, look, but however daunting it is to fight in Madison Square Garden, like, it's absolutely once in a lifetime opportunity. Like, this is, I know Sean said he's fought in a couple of times, but for me, I'm kind of like, this is once in a lifetime. If I'm only going to do it once, I want to win. Like, so, absolutely, it'd be some experience. But in terms of fighting a home boxer in Madison Square Garden, like, to me, as soon as I get in the ring, it's all just noise outside the ring. Like, you don't even know who's cheering for who. On nights like that, you can tune it out. You can just listen to your own corner. I know myself though, fights like that, close fight, you're probably not getting it. So you gotta dominate really to get the fight.
And this is a charity. The purpose of this, they're raising funds for Tunnel of Towers and the Michael J. Fox Foundation. Proceeds for this event going to those foundations. Does knowing that impact that the funds are going to bring extra motivation to you to compete inside the cage?
Yeah, sorry, it just cut out on me there for just say that again.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm saying, like, so the proceeds are going to the great events, the great foundations like Tunnel of Towers and Michael J. Fox Foundation. Do knowing that the foundations are the reason that this event's put on for charity, does it make you fight or give you a little extra motivation to get in there and compete harder for the fans and just for
Yeah, it
yourself
does.
as well inside the ring?
It's great that there's money being raised for charity. It's brilliant to be able to be a part of that and give back to people, like, as well as entertaining people. It's great that we're doing it for such a good cause as well.
Absolutely. And you're representing the Garda in Ireland, and Sean's representing the FDNY here in New York. Um, Tell us a little bit about what it means to you and the pride that you'll be able to represent the Garda and Ireland and come overseas and compete.
Yeah, it's great. Look, some experience. Like, where else would you get it that, like, this is the second time that I got trip out to the United States with the guards. It's an absolute privilege to be able to do it, and it's unbelievable. And big thanks to the lads for being able to put it together and get the contacts sorted and stuff. And it's yeah, no, it's brilliant. It's amazing.
Now, take us a little through your camp, but when do you guys fly into New York, and how's your last couple of weeks of training camp gone?
Yeah, no, last few weeks have been brilliant. Especially in the last couple of weeks, we really upped the sparring. Oh, done a good bit of sparring the last 2 3 weeks. getting the best quality opponents we could. Really just trying to sharpen up, get the as fit as we can and as sharp as we can. We're flying in on Thursday, so I think we landed around into New York in around 7 o'clock, something like that, which is nice because we can have a bit like with the time difference and stuff. We have a bit of a lie-in then here Thursday morning, and try and get on American time straight away Thursday morning. Fly over, then stay. I think we're staying pretty central Manhattan, just off Times Square. So that's going to be an experience. I remember the last time I found it hard to kind of in the big city and you're boxing Friday night, and it's hard not to go out and see the city. You know what I mean? The best thing to do is sit around in bed all day and kind of relax to the fight. But you're in the middle of New York. You want to go out and see the place. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be the whole weekend to do, but it's deadly. Then Friday night, just weigh in a bit beforehand. Kind of the weight's not a concern for me now. In fairness, and then just go and do the business Friday night. Should be a great night.
Awesome. Yeah, I could definitely understand what you mean. You're traveling to another country and you're there to do work inside the ring, but at the same time, you want to enjoy like, not really a
Yeah,
vacation, but an experience and kind of
it is an experience.
bring that in, especially to New York. When you were here in New York, I know you were here last time fighting in the Thriller and Camilla. Was there any like food or anything you guys were looking to get and go check out? Is there something in mind when you get to New York after your fight, like you want to go eat?
Yeah, I remember when I was over there before. I remember they had a couple of dollar pizza shops, and we went in kind of thinking we'll get a cheap lunch, like, but there was actually the pizzas were actually very good, like for $1 as well. And then you've got all your like there's a lot of American fast food places that we don't have in Ireland, and you'd hear great things about. Like I don't know off the top of my head now, I can't think of anything, but what's the one you get all the sauce, the chicken one.
The sauce, I'm sure. The chicken, oh, there's a bunch of them. There's, like, Dave's Hot Chicken, yeah, there's a lot of different chicken places there.
Yeah, no, I'm sure.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely, yeah, get something where you can dip it in.
You get some fast food, and the burgers are always good in the States.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely gotta get some good food, that's for sure, and I'm sure the pizza's pretty good, even if it's the dollar slices. How many of teammates are coming over with you from Ireland?
So there's two of us coming from the guards that are boxing, and then there's two other guys coming over to support us, and then we have the two coaches as well. So it's small enough team. When we were over in June, there was seven of us. So there is a bigger team there, but there's two on this Friday. Now I know there's two firemen coming that are from Tipperary as well. So there'll be a good lot of Irish over there. I have a lot of family coming over as well, so we should have a good atmosphere there.
Oh, that's awesome. Is this the first time your family's coming over with to watch you fight?
Yeah, yeah. So they didn't come over the last time now, in fairness, but we kind of said Madison Square Garden, so we make a big deal. I have my mother and father and a couple of my brothers are coming over, and then I have a couple of uncles and even my granddad's coming over as well. So it should be good now.
That's awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're fighting in the Madison Square Garden. It's one like you said, a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I'm sure you guys are gonna put on a great show for the fans and the crowd. That's for sure. And I'm excited to be in it, have the opportunity to be able to commentate the fight with Dan Massa and Jerry Cooney. So I'm pumped for that, and just to see you get in there and compete. Like after everything's over, the fight's over. Tell us what it's like, you guys go out with the firefighters and stuff. Do you go out with them after the fights?
Yeah, I remember in June, straight after the fight, I think we went and got showered on the beach and stuff and cleaned up, and then I went and found Sean, and we probably 4 or 5 beers with Sean and his dad after the fight. So it's great that like we can have that kind of a relationship after the fight. You know what I mean? Like, it shows the respect between us there. Like, he's a great lad as well. Like you're able to sit down and have a couple of beers after the fight with him.
Absolutely, and, you believe it's, like, the job that you guys do is what really brings the connection together. He's a firefighter, you're a police officer, different countries, grew up differently, but you definitely have that connection. Is that something you really believe is really, like, the makes the real respect between you 2?
Yeah, that's it. Like exactly like common goal kind of at the end of the day. Like, and look, anybody you get in the ring with and you want to you share a ring with, like that's the kind of there's always a respect there. Right? For anyone who's willing to get in the ring, there's always a respect there afterwards.
Absolutely, and I asked Sean this as well. After you're in there, you're competing, you get your hand raised. What's the first person or first uh, family member, any first person that you're gonna think of, and what would you say to them?
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't really know in fairness. I suppose first family member would probably be my dad. He's my own coach at home, so he'd be over there as well. So that'd probably be the one. Yeah.
Awesome. And you've been boxing for a while. I understand you have quite a few fights under your belt. Is this something you want to exploit further in your career, or is it like you eventually want to make that leap to the professional level, or is this something you're comfortable with doing just as an amateur as you go through your career?
No, to be honest, I think I'm kind of unless I got some sort of crazy offer, but to be honest, I'm happy enough with the amateur. You know what I mean? Like the professional is a different side of it. It's a different game. Whereas like I love going in and having these kind of wars, these kind of scraps. Whereas in the professional game, you probably have if you have 15 fights, probably four of them are real tough wars, and you probably had 12 fights where you're meant to win. You know what I mean? I love just
Hmm.
going in there and just toe to toe war, best man at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's 3 rounds. It's not like it's 8 rounds
Yeah,
and you have to pace yourself. It's 3 rounds and you can just throw it all in for those three
yeah,
rounds.
exactly. Yeah.
Do you have any family here in the United States, or is all your family in Ireland?
No, we're all Irish now. There is some distant relatives in the United States, all right, but yeah, we're all at home here.
Awesome, awesome. And what's one thing about you that no one really knows but you would like to share with everyone?
I'm a fairly open book, so if there's if there's something I want someone to know, they probably know it already.
All right. It doesn't have to be boxing related. If it's not, if it's something like you have a hobby or something that's not boxing related, that's always if you want to share that. Uh, that's
Yeah,
always interesting for the fans to know.
I play a bit of Gaelic football as well, so that's a that's a different one. It's an Irish sport we have here, so it's they do have it. There is a New York team as well.
That would be rugby here, right?
No, no, Gaelic football is
Or is
kind
that
of
different?
it's a traditional Irish sport, so it's probably a good mix between rugby and soccer or something like that.
Okay, interesting.
Uh, yeah,
I've
you
never
should
been to
Google it.
Ireland, like, my family's from Ireland, like, my ancestors and stuff, and we actually have family over there, but I've never been, and it's something I definitely wanna do down the road.
Yeah, if you do, definitely I would go see a Gaelic football game, or even better, maybe a hurling game.
Okay. And you said there's a team here in New York?
Yeah, New York could have their own team as well. So there's a couple of it's a lot of kind of Irish who
Okay.
have emigrated to the United States and in around New York could have teams and stuff.
Awesome, I'm gonna have to check that out. Uh, awesome, awesome. You know, what do you have to say to Sean going into this fight? Do you have any words for him? What can the fans expect from you?
Not a whole lot. Like it's just a lot of mutual respect with Sean. In fairness, he's a great lad. But look, Friday night we're just gonna have to get the job done.
All right, Darragh Gilroy, I appreciate your time hopping on. I'm looking forward to commentating your fight and seeing you in there. You have any sponsors or anyone you want to recognize and give a shout out to?
No, I'll give a shout out to my own boxing club, Ballymore Hollywood Boxing Club. That's where I started out since I was a kid. So I have to give them a shout out.
Awesome. Well, Darragh Gilroy, I appreciate you taking your time to hop on here. You said it's about 9 o'clock there for you. It's 4 o'clock here for
Yeah.
us. I'll let you get back to what you're doing and get some rest before you guys travel over here to the United States. Safe flight, safe travels to get here. I'm looking forward to seeing you and meeting you in person when you're here before you fight. Best of luck, and looking forward to commentating this fight.
Sober. Thanks a million.
Thank you. This is Carl's Corner MMA podcast with Darragh Gilroy fighting on the International Battle of the Badges 3 here on Friday night at Madison Square Garden on March 6th. Make sure you check it out, ladies and gentlemen.